In an update tonight, an Odessa apartment fire that happened earlier this month, displacing more than 50 people, is now being attributed to a cooking mishap by fire officials. This was back on June 1st over at the Fairgreen Apartments on Oakwood Drive. Investigators now say that the cause of the fire was ultimately due to a grease fire in the kitchen. Fire officials said that out of 70 of the most recent fires in Odessa, at least 5 were caused by cooking. If you're up against a grease fire, there are some important things to remember. For one, never mix water and grease. Water will only spread the grease around and cause the fire to spread and get stronger. The safest thing to do is cover the flame with a lid or put baking soda on the fire. Be sure to also call 911 and get yourself to safety. And so far this year, Midland Fire has received 299 calls regarding fire-related incidents in the city. While it may seem like a lot to hear out loud, the Midland Fire Department tells us it's nothing too out of the normal.
Due to the high winds we've had recently, that kind of lends to some of the fires we've had, but for the most part, nothing abnormal. A mix of accidental fires caused by nature. We've had a couple of lightning strikes recently, just this dry weather and wind. No similarities, really, just run-of-the-mill accidental fires for the most part. Like I said, there's really no patterns that we see.
Even still, with 4th of July a few weeks away, the fire department does have some tips for locals on how to lower the chances of fires occurring, as well as what to do if a fire does happen.
When you're grilling, try to keep it a minimum of 10 feet away from any combustible structures. Unfortunately, if you live in an apartment complex, generally your lease agreement will have the stipulations if you can or cannot use a grill. So be sure to read that or get in contact with your leasing management. If you do purchase any fireworks, be sure that you have some form of extinguishing. So that could be dirt, sand, water. Ideally, we would want you to have a fire extinguisher. And just also be aware that fireworks aren't toys, so they can burn up to 1,000 degrees or hotter. So if you have any children, just make sure that there's adult supervision.
And just a reminder that possessing and discharging fireworks is illegal within city limits.